The current shift happening in the collective is not the world ending. The shift is the collapse of unconscious participation. That is the real architectural event. For a very long time, the collective operated through automatic agreement. Humans agreed to work without meaning, consume without nourishment, connect without intimacy, perform without authenticity, compete without fulfillment, and remain too exhausted to question any of it deeply. The old architecture depended on fragmentation, not evil, fragmentation. Humans disconnected from body, from intuition, from each other, from nature, from rest, from direct experience. That fragmentation allowed centralized systems to organize reality because humans outsourced their own authority in exchange for predictability and survival. But the shift happening now is that the fragmentation is becoming visible. That changes everything because once enough humans see the incoherence, they can no longer fully participate unconsciously. That is why the collective feels unstable. The old architecture still physically exists, but psychologically and energetically, millions of humans are withdrawing belief from it. You can see this everywhere. People questioning work structures, questioning institutions, the media, relationships, identity itself, questioning what success even means. The old grid interpreted humans primarily as units of maintenance: workers, consumers, voters, profiles, categories. The emerging architecture interprets humans more through coherence: alignment, nervous system regulation, creativity, connection, meaning, community, direct contribution. That is the split you're seeing. And what makes this threshold difficult is that the new architecture is not fully centralized or externally organized yet. It's emerging organically through nodes: small communities, relationship networks, creative ecosystems, ceremonial spaces, mutual support structures, localized coherence fields. That is why the future feels less like one giant new system replacing the old one overnight, and more like thousands of living ecosystems slowly becoming more real than the old structures. The collective impact of this is enormous. Band 1 humans respond by tightening control: more fear, more outrage, more clinging, more polarization, more emotional volatility. Band 2 humans experience identity unraveling: awakening, confusion, nervous system exhaustion, deep questioning, pattern recognition. Band 3 humans recognize life around coherence instead of obligation. That is why friend groups shift, career shift, city shift, relationship shift, and community shift, not because everyone is ascending, but because reality itself is reorganizing around resonance. And the reason today felt so strange is because these transitions are no longer abstract. The old systems are still functioning, but increasingly without soul. That creates the uncanny feeling so many people are having. Everything still exists physically, but energetically it no longer feels alive. That is the threshold. Now, what comes after? The next phase is decentralization of meaning and support. Humans stop waiting for giant systems to provide identity, belonging, healing, purpose, and community. Instead, they begin creating it directly with one another. This does not mean society disappears, it means the center of gravity changes from institution first reality to relationship and node first reality. The collective future is not one of homogeneous consciousness, it is increasing divergence. Some humans will double down into control, fear, extraction, and artificial stimulation, while others will move towards coherence, embodiment, creativity, local community, nervous system repair, and direct relational living. These realities will increasingly feel emotionally and psychologically incompatible. That is why the split feels so tangible now, not because planets are exploding, but because humans are beginning to organize reality according to entirely different operating principles.